Pranam to everybody. Welcome to today's session. So this is a little more in touch with tomorrow's webinar, which we are talking about embracing the new and releasing and healing the old. I thought about this because the new year is coming, because we are habituated to feel that when new year comes, only new things must happen in our life, and we take new sankalpas. That is why you can see the whole world is busy creating new destinies only in January and maximum February. By the time it's March, everybody has forgotten. Then they remember again in December end. Anyways, out of that habit, I said, okay, let's do something on that manner. And that is why you can see this whole month is full of events, uh, power pack literally. It is an intensity because most of the time it's holiday time also, and it is the intensity with which we can just purify. Otherwise, I'm not very used. I do only two webinars in a month. This month also we are doing only two major. The other two are light webinars where I just taught about shifting into awareness and things like that. Two Sundays went in that. So now the rest of the time, I believe, if we want, it's upon us. mm, Our choices are whether we want to loop ourselves in the same kind of old patterns, or we want to project and look forward to something that we have always looked on to. Now, looking and dreaming, everybody does that. Who doesn't want a good life and who doesn't want a transformed life? So everybody wants that. But the only thing is, are we able to get it? If not, then the question is why not? Because every time we make attempts and then it doesn't happen. There was this great master called Gurjif, great master, Zen master, Kadak, and his ways were very odd. Osho had a great liking for him, Gurjif. Actually, Osho taught most of the techniques of Gurjif only. He was a great man and very abrupt, very rude. He's not a very polite teacher, nice teacher. He will just screw up everything in order to the message to be got across. And he was more oriented with the results. And he opted very weird kind of modalities to relieve a person, liberate a person. Very, very weird kind of stuff. Something like he was like a guru, modern, though Western guru, you know. So people who went to him like a guru or something like that, he took shishyas, but he took very selective. He was not with the crowd. But whoever were with him, he literally, it was like a commando training. So when disciples came to him and they said, we want to surrender to you, we want to purify our life and things like that. So this master, this weird master, had his own conditions. And with that conditions, he used to accept people. So not all were able to be in his vicinity, but whoever came in had a good time. They were cleansed. There was something like, for example, a man came to him and said, I want to join you. What for? What for? For a transformation or whatever. What he used to say is, you have to agree to all my conditions. Obviously, people who are desperate, people who literally want to be transformed and healed, said that, yes, I accept all your conditions. And then the first condition that he would say was, until I tell you, you should not stop drinking. And your drinking begins here, alcohol. He used to literally feed alcohol day and night. So much that they would be simply drunk. You see, the gutters and all of they fall like that. That was his condition. No, I am a very nice person. I am a spiritual person. I cannot drink. I don't touch chi, 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 and all that. I stay get out from here. Weird guy. These are all Avadut Tattva people, Zen masters. And then they used to drink and drink and drink and drink and drink. And it is said for months he used to do that. 1.5 months and all that. And then after that, he would say, my work is over. Now let's begin. Your work starts now. And then the training would start. Then after that, thorough training. What he did was, for 1.5 months or 2 months, whatever the time he put, he observed people. He was sure that however great the disciple, however holy the person, they are not going to reveal their truths. In depth, many truths are there in the unconscious, subconscious. To bring all the patterns out, to study the habits and behavior, personality of this person, he would make them booze. And in that state, they did so many things. They said so many things, which otherwise, in their decency, they would never do. And then this master came to know what this person is. Now he could understand his problems and where to do the therapy. Then accordingly, he used to make them do whatever he had his own modalities to do. Now, this is very important for us to understand. We don't heal, we don't transform because we play hide and seek. Not to others, even to ourselves. This mind is so cunning that even if you say, no, I am going to be very sincere, very honest, you do not know how cunning this mind is. Even if you say, right now, also, if you say, no, 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 I am sure I want to be very sincere, very honest, I will look at everything, still your mind will trick you. That's the power of the subconscious programming. So if you have been programmed, heavily programmed, the problem is you won't be able to catch it. It's not that you will not change it. You might sit vigilant there, but it will escape your eyes with some justification, something or the other. So until you have a very sharp intellect to catch that, the mind evades and it keeps doing what it has to do. Many a times when we say you are the cause of what your life is today, you are the sum total of what you are today. So today, if I'm XYZ, that XYZ is because you created your life, you lived a life, you thought, you projected, you send out vibes in such a way that today the state is that. Now, the moment we tell this, the first mode is denial. You'll see this very normally when I used to do personal consultation sessions. This denial were very strong. People paid me 2 hours, 3 hours. They paid me, they were ready to pay, but they will not. Now I used to wonder why people are paying for 2 hours. Oh, okay, somebody comes for 1 hour and then okay, nahi bana to I'll give me an extension. 2 hours, 3 hours. No, some people paid for 4 hours. Some said we can book half a day session. You tell me the amount. I said, "Well, how do you know it will take half a day? Let me understand that." They used to say, no, we have already done paid. 5 hours we want. Matlab what? They are indirectly telling me, इतना जल्दी नहीं मानूंगा. I'm not going to change so easily. They know themselves. Subconsciously, they know this rigid pattern is so strong that I won't agree, I won't accept, and I am not going to come to the point. I'm going to beat around the bush. Literally, I'm telling this is human psychology, okay? Because this is what I've been doing for all these decades, studying human psychology and working with them. It's all psychology. You just look at a person, the body language, the face expression, even one eyebrow twitch, one hand movement, one leg gesture, uncontrolled body movements, the look, the gaze, the breath. You look at this, you will come to know what's going inside. As simple as that. psychology. So what happens is you cannot fool somebody who is watching you. That is why in the personal consultation, I would say if you're agreeing to video calls only, keep it. Many people said no, no, only audio call. Initially, I used to put that video call or audio call. They used to sign up for audio call. The moment they used to say audio call, I know this guy is very or this girl is very difficult to handle. Why? Because subconsciously, you know, if somebody is watching my face, I'll be caught. And I refuse to do any work without looking at the person. And if they said audio only, then I started refusing. Condition is that you have to do video only. Because in video, you can't escape. You're sitting right there. Everything, one question I ask, something I relate to, I can see the triggers. I can see what's happening, even if you're dodging it. Even what you're saying, most of the time, I'm telling plenty of times you can see what is being told is not in alignment with what that person is feeling. Now, the question is, why are we doing that? Especially when you go to somebody where you want help. They say, right, you should never lie to your doctors and advocates. I add, you must never lie to your mentors also, or your guides, or gurus, or whoever you call that. Somebody whom you're taking any kind of assistance, you must not lie. What is the point then of going there? See, this is what I'm trying to tell you. I pay money, I go there, I need desperate help. I have great plans for everything, but I will not look or touch certain reserved areas of my subconscious. That is what makes eligibility. What is eligibility? Eligibility is the ability to completely open up. Maybe not to the mentor, but at least to you yourself. Mentors are only there to guide you. They are not interested in what's happening in anybody's life. That was our protocol. And that's our ethics. We don't discuss one case with the other and all that because basically almost everybody here I know, most of you, because most of you have been from that time. So I literally know most of you, your ins and outs and things like that. I know where it is coming from, what it's coming from. And that's needed. That's not needed because I'm interested, because my work is that way. Our work is that way because it comes very handy. Where the mind plays mischief, we can catch that and tell, look, my dear, if you're interested, this is the point. Get get it rectified there. Otherwise, don't come. Don't waste my time. You do it or so many a times the mind does not align. You might have these desires, but subconsciously you must. That is the major challenge for not just the mentor, but also for the practitioner. For the mentor, it is a challenge because that person has taken payment. What to do? There are cases where five, six cases happened where I refunded them at the end of session, sitting 2, 3, 5 hours with them and then saying, please take your money. I don't need it because you are difficult. You won't change. You cannot be changed. You don't want to change. I'll say, no, 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 please help me. So these kind of things I've seen very, very commonly in this spiritual path. I can see the urge in almost everybody's eyes. Not a big deal. So I am not very interested in that urge because anybody can have an urge. Everybody has a desire. Who doesn't have a desire to change and zindagi acha ban jaye? But how is that reflecting in your life? What is the seriousness? What is the authenticity of what you're doing? That is what I am more looking into. Because when you see that happening, it is very easy work for you. It is very fast. Your evolution is very fast. Most of the time, we delay our evolution. I'm getting this very clear. We delay our own evolution. See, some things when we tell people also, they don't accept. But 2 years later, they will come and finally they will say, "Oh, what you are telling is, Arey, 2 years you lost. What was the point in that? 2 years, why did you lose?" So at least you trust whoever is telling you something, or trust yourself. Something must happen. Okay. So whatever, when we are talking about letting go of the past, releasing the past, healing the past, and transforming my old self into the new, please don't fall into the pattern of wishful thinking. December has come, January will change. Don't fall into that pattern. It's not helping. At least see this pattern. We are failing in this. We are literally failing. How many more attempts do we need before we get the point? You can see some of the points are so repeated here. Every time we listen to it, we say, wow. Have you noticed this? Have you noticed this behavior? You know it, but it's a wow. And it will remain a wow. That is what I want to convey to you all. At least now, become aware of these things. Become aware, become very sincere with what you want, and do not escape anything. Do not fool yourself. You cannot fool your mentor. You will fool you yourself. Because whomever you fool outside, you're ultimately fooling you. So you delay your process. Sometimes you can see people having wonderful, same webinars, same retreats and all that. Some people just evolve like anything. Some people are mediocre, okay. And some people are literally not getting the point. Like we say, aparavidya, para, and paravidya. There are three states of sadhakas or seekers. Like we have Shaktipat, Manda Shaktipat, Madhya Shaktipat, and Tivra Shaktipat. Mand is dull, Shaktipat, light doses. Madhya is mediocre, medium doses, Shaktipat, or grace. Yes, we get grace. What you call as God or intelligent force or intelligent energy or cosmic energy is a very intelligent force. It knows how to give you Shaktipat. You don't need people to give you Shaktipat all the time. And not necessarily people or gurus give Shaktipat. Shaktipat is given by the cosmic intelligence directly only. Shiva Sutras reveal this. So Mand Shaktipat is given, slight doses you will get in life. Slight experiences and all that, which will. Mand means what? If Tivra or Madhya is given, you will blast. You cannot handle that energy, that situation you cannot handle. You will explode. So small doses experiences will come in life. That is called Mand Shaktipat. അത് പിന്നെ ചെയ്യുമോ? അത് എറിയുന്ന എന്തിനാ അതൊക്കെ എടുത്ത്? So Mand means dull. It is called dull. Dull means what? Not sharpened, not illumined. Madhya means a little more, jhatka, jor sa. And Tivra means very powerful. Madhya is usually given by the Guru. That is called Shaktipat given by the Guru. Madhya Shaktipat. Mand or Madhya can be given. Mand is when life incidents trouble you so much that you are so pestered, you want some solution. Then you go hunting for paths or religion or scriptures or teachers or guru or something like that. And finally you catch hold of someone. Because you have got Manda Shaktipats in life. That is Shiva's path, the Shaktipat. In Shiva Sutras, we understand suffering is grace. Aren't we doing that? For the past 1 year, we are practicing the same thing. Every suffering is grace. Because grace only can transform you. Our stubborn minds will not listen. Even Shiva knows that. So Mand Shaktipat happens. Dull, slight currents. And that makes us turn more inward. And when we reach the master or something like that, then he continues giving more jhatkas. That is little more tivra, Shaktipats. That is little tolerable because some amount of surrender has come in. Some amount of humility has come in. घुटना टेकना शुरू कर दिया जिंदगी के सामने. बहुत बहुत कठिन है. तो जिंदगी, today's session is Hindi or English or what it is. Hmm. But my English is very, what do you call? I'm keeping it very soft, not using very high-fi words. ठीक है ना? तो it will help even the Hindi people understand. It's not so difficult. So Madhya Shaktipat, when we get, it is English. Okay. If most of the words I'm talking, Madhya, Manda, and all this is Hindi only, na? Sanskrit. So that mediocre Shaktipat, which is given by the Guru, is little more accelerated because you have got little more surrender now. That rigidity is not there. With rigidity, you cannot give directly Madhya also. So some amount of taming, some amount of trimming should happen by life experience. Then you come and say, and then you have, then your whole journey goes getting multiple Madhya Shaktipat. Shaktipat is not one time. It keeps on giving you from various sources. You know, you might be sitting in your room and one day you might have jhatkas. You might have shivers. You might burst into tears sitting like that. Something might trigger you. Or you might start laughing. Or you might start dancing. Shaktipat. That's all Shaktipat. You might feel peaceful for no reason. You might listen to a song and just be into bliss, or burst into tears, or have emotions of joy, or great emotions of love when you look at a sunset. Shaktipat. So, this way, life gives you continuously many Shaktipats. And you purify. With every Shaktipat, you purify. Finally, you get ready for the Tivra Shaktipat, the final one. Now, Tivra Shaktipat department is Shiva's department. Nobody can give you. Madhya and Manda comes through many sources, but Tivra is his only, direct. Tivra is when he absorbs you into himself and then makes you realize you are only that. So this cannot be done. Third cannot be done. First two, we can make efforts. In the second, we make ourselves eligible, worthy. By second level, this is only what we are talking about, levels, level 1, level 2, and level 3. Level 3, there is nothing to do. You have to simply be in that state of being. It simply happens. You cannot do that. You become that. Who comes into the state of being? Those who are completely healed emotionally, mentally, physically. They have no past. They have no future. They live only in the present moment. They have nothing to do. They are blissfully in total surrender. Just vidhi rakhe, us vidhi rahiye. Thy will be done. When they are lingering in that state, just exhausting their prarabdhas, Tivra Shaktipat happens. That's the final absorption. So that second stage, that readiness is called the I amness state, where you just am. You don't do this, you don't do that, all those things. You just am, I am. So that's the third level, what we are talking. So in sadhakas also, there are three types of sadhakas: Manda sadhaka, Madhya sadhaka, and Tivra. There are many terminologies they use for these three levels. But I prefer using this because Shaktipat comes in that. Mand is dull. Madhya is okay, active, but not fully honest. Third is full. That I said, no, three levels. Seekers are there in all the programs, but there are always these three types in there. Here, as much as possible, I try to keep only 2 and 3 level. I eradicate out the first level through various methods. Either I make them only fed up or something, or it automatically happens. Who are mand, they can't get it. Mand apne aap bhag jate hain. Because if it is dull intellect and you talk deeper things, they'll say, oh my God, it's scary. This guy is very scary. Bhago yahan se. He will burn me off. And this is too deep. I don't want to get so deep. So month level, they will run automatically. Rest left is madhya. Second, that level is people who do sincere work, who do everything, but are not completely transparent yet. Still, I told you, no, in the start, the reflection is not there. Deep reflection is not there. Half-hearted it is. Little here, little there, and things like that. Now we must ascertain and find out what are we. So how do I know if I have completely healed? Month level will never understand that. And they are not interested also to know whether they are healed or not. You point a little against them, they'll run. They'll get triggered. They'll get offended. It is a ooh, ah, ouch kind of people. Just there's too much for me to handle. Very sensitive. I don't allow anybody to press my buttons. It's very sacred to me. And there is one space in me which is Koda Karkat, my trash bin, and I don't allow access to anybody into that. That is my prized possession, where I have all my life stories, all my life dramas, who did what to me, how life was cruel to me, all my victim stories, everything tijori mein band. Nobody can touch that, not even Shiva. If Shiva comes to it, from your hands, don't touch that. You heal me. Shiva, you heal me. You give me grace. Kripa karo. Vardhan do. Everything you give. But don't touch my tijori. How dare you? That is where evolution stops. कुछ नहीं किया जा सकता. This happens in month level. People are having interest. They want to change. All those things are there, but they are not ready yet. So when they say, no, I'm not ready, I'll go back to my own comfort zone, then life will give you more jhatkas. More Shaktipats will happen. That is the Tirobhava nature of Shiva. Through Anugraha Shakti, the Tirobhava nature is activated. Tirobhava is the reversal. Shiva forgets purposely and comes into XYZ. I am so and so. Now that Anugraha Shakti within me only will make remind me, I am not this one. I am suddenly you'll start getting ideas. Who am I? If I am this, then how this? What was I in my past life? Why am I getting this way? How am I related to these people in my life? All these questions will start coming. That is the Anugraha Shakti of Shiva. When you start questioning, Tirobhava nature. It is the process is reversing. So he is putting the memories, reminding various ways you are getting reminded. So as you get reminded, you go deeper, you inquire deeper, you become more and more honest with yourself. And that is needed. So based on how much I want to learn, or should I go back to my comfort zone? Life is more comfortable there. My security is there. If you go back, then more of remembrance will come through many life experiences. Notice this very clearly. I'm not just talking. Reflect this in your own life, others' life, and just see. Whenever you refuse to change or transform yourself and you go back to your old ways, watch it very carefully how you're troubled again and again in various other ways. Some way or the other, life makes you mend. Listen to it. Sooner or later, it might take even 10 years. But at the end of 10 years, you'll say, what bullshit. I should have thought about this 10 years back. Why didn't I do this? 10 years, nothing. Sometimes at the end of life, you might think, why didn't I do it? So, what I'm trying to say is, मंद हो या मध्य हो या तीव्र हो, आना तो वही है. You will have to come there sooner or later. You will be carried by life there. It is not on your decisions. Sooner or later, because that's the whole pralay process. Pralay is activated, my dears. All those who are sitting in this room, pralay is activated in your life. Without pralay, you cannot have Advaita Vasana. The itcher to self realize, to know oneself, comes only when your pralaya is activated. Shuru ho gaya destruction. Try to stop it if you can. That is the reason I tell many times, stop your spiritual practice and see. If you feel you are the doer, just stop doing everything. Don't do anything and see what will happen. Stop all your spiritual practices. You'll see some or the other way, life will make you come back and do that. More you refuse, the more the troubles. That is known as the Tirobhava nature of Shiva. What we are sharing is all the secrets of Shiva Sutras. Why these secrets? So that I realize, I understand what I need to do. Where am I delaying? Why am I procrastinating? Why am I stuck? Why am I not evolving? So it depends on tomorrow's webinar, what we are talking. Embrace the new, release the past, release the old, embrace the new. So release the old, everybody wants to release the old. Embrace the new, who doesn't want a new life? Everybody wants. And then one line down, heal your life. Who doesn't want to heal life? Everybody wants to heal life. It depends on which state of consciousness you are. If you look at the same webinar from the third level, miracles will happen. If you are approaching the same webinar from the second level, okay, thoda bahut अच्छा लगेगा, and it will be good and some convincing stuff like that. But you still can't define. You cannot say by guarantee it is going to happen. And the first, mand, if you come, maybe little something or nothing. So you can see feedbacks coming from all people who attend webinars. You must have seen it. There might be 40, 50 people, 60 people in a webinar, but you will get only 20, 25. Not that if they share only it's happening, but you can see, read through the experiences. Some are mesmerizing and some are okay. And some don't know anything only. You mean something like that happened? They might even read somebody else's. Eh? Something like that also happens? Are these guys bluffing? Nothing of that sort happened to me. That's because of these explanations, what I'm giving. The approach is very important. इसी को हम भाव बोलते हैं. शुद्ध भावना क्यों बोलते हैं? भाव. Which intention you enter into whatever, that will be the result. भाव अगर शुद्ध है, शुद्ध उसका रिजल्ट है. भाव अशुद्ध है, अशुद्ध रिजल्ट है. भाव थोड़ा परा अपरा है, रिजल्ट्स भी परा अपरा मिक्स. So that's what I'm telling. Before looking into any life transformations, first look into these aspects of life and find out, am I really ready? Simply sitting and telling, no, I tried everything. I went to this path, I went to that path, I did this, I did that, I did all kind of stuff, but it's not happening. It's not about that stuff. It's about this approach, what you take, because everything works. On spirituality, everything works. Yantra, Tantra, Mantra, all given by Shiva. So many paths all work. All religions work. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa became a Muslim, became a Christian, became a Hindu. He did everything, Parsi and all that. And then he said, everything works. It all works. Religions work, he said. Living in that, huh? Completely obeying and following. Panch Vakt namaz padho, reading the Quran. Completely. All Hindu practices he had stopped. Likewise, even Christian. And then he said, it all works. Why it works? Because it's all coming from the same cosmic consciousness. Same way all the paths work. Then why is it that some feel it works or some doesn't work? Same thing. When one is attending one program and there is a population there, some feel it was okay. Some feel kuch nahi hua. Some feel wow. How can it be that there is a problem with the content. Content is the same, everything is the same, but three receptivities. So, how to know whether I've really healed or not? Many of us play hide and seek. Many of us pretend everything is fine. We decide. You have not even investigated, gone and deeply investigated. Am I really healed? Who cares? I will look at something like that. Forgiveness, I have done everything. Nobody in my life, there is nothing to. मेरा लाइफ में भैया ऐसा कुछ है नहीं. ऐसे कुछ नहीं है तो why are you restless? Why are you getting that anxiety? Why are you getting those triggers? Why is there depression in your life? Why those panic attacks? Why are you emotionally troubled? Why can't you sit in peace at one place? Why are you restless? Why is that complete continuous chatter going on in your mind 24 by 7? Whom are you conversing with your mind every time? Chatter putter. You're talking to yourself. Have you seen that? These are not healed symptoms. Unhealed, unresolved, भर के traumas, वो ये सब कूड़ा करकट सब है. If you feel you have healed, why are you getting triggered? Why are you getting emotionally imbalanced all the time? Why are you getting reactive? Why are you getting flashbacks of old memories? Why are you getting nightmares? Why are you getting those dreams? Why are you waking up shaken in your dreams? Why are your memories troubling you? Why are you sad for no reason? Why are you gloomy most of the times? As though you're stuck something in your life. Why are you not pleasant? Why are you not inner cheerfulness is not there? Why are you not neutral to life situations? Why is there so much of mental trauma? Why is there repeated illness coming in your body again and again? Why is there heavy dependency on people, places, things all the time? Attachments. Why is the BP fluctuating? Why are the aches and pains in your body? Why is there so much of tiredness and lethargy in your body? All the time you feel tired. Why do you get easily offended? Why are you acting like a victim all the time, complaining and blaming life did this to me? Why are you always brooding on your negativities? Why are you having self doubt? Why are you having self criticism? Why are you having self hatred? Why can't you look at yourself in the mirror? Should I say more symptoms of not healed? I told in one go everything. How to tell if you're not healed? नहीं भैया हम तो हायर लेवल का ही करेंगे. करो. हम only we are very divine. We only want to do home. अरे कर नहीं पाओगे बेटा. कोशिश करके देखो. मान भी जाओ. नहीं तो करो. एक्सपेरिमेंट करते रहो. Go for higher practices. After 5 years, you will come back to the same basics. Because life, whatever you escape, it will throw back in front of your face again and again. मान लो इस चीज को. You cannot escape these things. You cannot escape and run away and suddenly become divine and beautiful. Not possible. You just cannot do that. See, many people are trying to attend now. They're coming in. I know they have seen the last message. How to know whether I am healed or not? How many of you were motivated to come in before for that reason? हाँ ये है. All time pass spirituality this is. Interest नहीं है. We don't want to sit and work on ourselves. We don't want to spend enough effort and time for ourselves. We have all the excuses in the world. We simply want some totka, some some miracle, something quickly. कुछ तो जल्दी बताओ, कुछ hacks, life hacks. अरे भैया काम नहीं करता मान लो ना. Life hacks are all good, but you must equally do your inner work. Inner work के बिना कुछ नहीं होता. What is inner work? There is a huge course only lying there. If you want, go and do it. If you have the courage to do it, courage and the time to do it. shiftingintoawareness.com/courses में मिलेगा. Inner child healing is there. Inner alchemy, 2 programs are there. Sit and do it. There is a lot of work, purging. Do all those things and then go after who am I. You are not going to get any who am I. You'll get only confusion. I have told you, right? So many examples of all these foreigners, Westerners. They spend so much of whole lifetime exploring spirituality and things like that. And at the end of life also, they're still confused. They have a regret. It's visible on their face. A deep regret is there. Explored everything, went everywhere, did this and that, everything, but still, I feel incomplete. I still don't, I'm not sure whether this practice will literally liberate me or not. So these things are there, Devans. When we talk about spiritual evolution, when we talk about mukti, moksha, self-realization, these are not potatoes and tomatoes that you go and आधा kilo de do, pav kilo de do to the market and do window shopping. You have taken life for this. You have to put your life into it. Really, I'm telling, not mincing words. You have to put your life into it. Not this is not a part-time business. Life into it means what? This awareness, what we are learning 24 by 7, your CCTV is on yourself, watching your own cunningness, watching your own dodgingness, watching your own unhealed stuff, and figuring it out. Intense seekers who are there in the Tivra Sadhak, the intense mumuksha people, they don't care for anything. They don't leave any stone unturned. They will simply do anything and everything to just finish it off. And they have no other interest in life. They might continue with all the other stuff and all that, whatever they are doing, their jobs and things like that. Okay, that's fine because you need to sustain your life also. But priority pe ek rahega. What else is remaining in me that I must look and throw it out? What else is remaining in me that is unresolved and unhealed? They are busy hunting. Like the hen looks at all the worms, right? In the mud, there are many worms running there, ants and everything. The hen will pick everything out of it. It's literally watching everything. Eagle eye view. The eagle that is flying high, kite that is flying very high, miles above, can spot even a rodent that is running, a snake that is wriggling in the rocks. Eagle eye view. Keenly watching. So until I become an eagle in my own life, I'm not going to heal the things. So for that, there is a different intensity that is needed. That intensity also comes with Ishwar Kripa. If you have abundant grace in your life, you will go mad after these things. That is why Nityananda said, 1 out of 10 lakh people have God hankering in them. They hanker behind God realization. 1 out of 10 lakh people. So imagine if you have that, you are one among the blessed. It's not a small thing. Be happy and grateful that you are pursuing what you came to pursue. You didn't come here to earn money, build buildings, produce children, and then rear them up like hens, and then invest out of them and stay stuck to them. Your own insecurities you put on them, and you feel incomplete, and you want the whole world to complete your wellness. You have not come for the hen life. So don't behave like hens. There's nothing more direct I can say. 2 hens ran away when I said this. इनको चाहिए मोक्ष, इनको चाहिए self realization. One old man used to come to Bhagavan Nityananda all the time. Every day used to come and he used to trouble Nityananda. Give me mukti, give me mukti, give me mukti, give me moksha. Nityananda used to not listen only. He used to sit as though he is not heard. Every day he'll come sincerely, old man. One umbrella, he'll come with that and he'll sit there. Give me mukti, give me mukti. One day he gets, Nityananda just takes the umbrella, and the point of the umbrella, he touches his toe, the old man's. Moment he touches, he falls down and he wriggles in pain, shouting for life. Shaktipat. And Nityananda laughs loudly and he says, Isko moksha chahiye. Moksha is not achar. Self realization is not that. Why was he not giving it? तीव्र शक्तिपात है वो तीव्र नहीं होगा मध्य होगा but that person is not ready for it. So if you go with a mand buddhi for a madhya shaktipat, then be ready for it. Very difficult. And I give that doses here. This is like madhya shaktipat only. Bhag gaye dekho do. I told you, no, mand will not stay for this because they're not ready. They're coming here for some achar dalne ke liye. Some investment they will come here, and I don't allow them to play around. Go forever also, no problem. Because there is no point in window shopping in spirituality. This is not a place to window shop. I don't allow that only here. Yeah, I get some goodies, goodies, goodies. You will get a lot of goodies, but that goodies is for a higher purpose. If you take the goodies from here and go back and rear more hens, the world is not a poultry farm, Devans. There's there's something more deeper. You have come, but your forgetfulness, bulakad, the memory has gone completely. You have lost completely your memory of what you are, who you are. You have limited yourself to that little helpless victim being struggling for existence. You're not here to struggle for existence. You are existence. You are existence itself. You cannot struggle to exist. It's a very wrong word to do that. You are struggling to be present in so many aspects of life. You're absent many places. You want to be present. That's a wrong word to use. Because you are presence. I am the presence. I am present at all time eternally. You have to simply become aware of it. You cannot be absent. Oh, I am absent minded. Oh, I forgot about it. ओ भैया मुझे याद नहीं आता ये सब ना मुझे जिंदगी में थोड़ा झटका लगे तब याद आता है यू आर प्रोजेक्टिंग यू हैव बिलीव्ड यू आर नॉट दैट यू आर नॉट द फॉरगेटेबल वन यू हैव नॉट मेड एन अटेम्प्ट टू activate your memory power called awareness through awareness. If you do that, you will see you cannot forget. So all these approaches, how do I know if I have not healed? All these symptoms I told you, irrespective of. So till you get these things completely cleaned, I wouldn't advise any kind of higher practices. You won't understand it. You will say, no, I'm ready. तो आपका कहने से readiness नहीं होता हो. You दिखना चाहिए ना. Even in level 2, I wanted to go very deep. I stopped after a certain point. You're not ready for it. Because at that level, so much of intensity is needed, pata hai? And if you want that, what you're seeking is so intense, and you are simply bothered by all the petty things of life. Petty things. Petty things like a petty juice coming in front of you, you are getting distracted by a juice. How can you become Nandi? You have to become Nandi to attain Shiva, okay? Have you seen Nandi looking around कि नारियल किसने तोड़ा पुंगी किसने बजाई शंख कहाँ बजा गंदीर की घंटी ये कौन है इसने कौन से गहने डाले हैं इसने कौन से चप्पल पहने ये कौन सा साड़ी है ये कौन सा भजन है Have you seen Nandi doing all that? He's like a stone. He is stone. Stone is nischala, unshakable. And sight is only on the Shivalinga, on Shiva. That is known as abiding in the self. I'm not saying we are all there, but that is the requirement for self realization. That is the requirement for self realization. Anybody who tells you this is not is fooling you. Anybody who tells you there are some other requirements, रहेगा वो सब रहेगा, but ultimately you will be required to become a Nandi. Without Nandi you cannot self realize. And when can you become a Nandi? When you are interested in all the jingles, in all the bhajans, in all the pujas, in all the people, in all the saris, in all the traditions, in all the dhotis, in all the fireworks. When everything ends, you're not bothered by it. And you cannot take off your eyes from it. I'm not telling, no, throw off everything and sit staring at Shiva. You can't sit staring at Shiva. Until you heal these things, you cannot sit there and stare at Shiva. Because you're unhealed, you are scattered. Life issues are not resolved, you're scattered. You cannot behave, even if you want. जोर जबरदस्ती भी करके देखो, you cannot do that. So there is only one way out, to cleanse it. That is why I do so many of these repeated programs. Healing and purging and releasing and things like that. You cannot avoid this. If you can, you feel, try. You can try and see. So basics get it right. Basics all get it sorted. Come to a point where things happen. These practices of higher spirituality, higher practices of this platform or whatever we call, ये करने चीज नहीं है. This is not to be done. These practices are not to be done anymore. It should happen to you. It can only happen to those who are empty. When you become empty, then what is left is beingness. And that beingness cannot be done. It simply happens to you as a byproduct of being healed. So there is nothing to do there. There is only things to let go and release. How will I let go and release? Until I don't see the uselessness of that. Check this point. How will I let go of something unless I don't understand it is useless for me? How will I not let go of some toxic emotion in my mind or toxic memory in my mind until I know it is damaging my present and killing my future? Till you become aware of what this mind pattern is doing to you, victimization, old traumas are doing to you, you will continue doing it. Only when you become aware that this is really toxic, then only you can throw the toxic out. But if you're sitting with partnership with your toxicities and saying, don't touch my tijori, who can help you? You're getting poisoned. You're suffocating. You're drowning. You're self diseasing. You're dying on your own. It's called suicide. By keeping all the toxicity within, who survives? It is not about what you polish outside. You might look like a great sadhaka with the tilaka and vibhuti and malas and your suraksha kavach, one kavach in your neck, one kavach in your wrist, one in your arms, and one in your legs, maybe one in your waist also, and color material outside, yellow, green, red, orange, black, white, nice attires outside, strings around you, garlands around you, probably even a loincloth. All this is not going to help anyways. These are all external alankars. You have to catch these tendencies. You have to catch through the crookedness of all these things. Am I putting a lot of mala and trying to appear very spiritual? Because all those who put all these attributes are simply trying to appear. Because who is there to prove? To whom do we want to prove? that I am a spiritual seeker. And why must I prove to the world that I am a spiritual seeker? Am I myself knowing myself is not enough? That I am on the path of spirituality, I am following it. Why do I need acknowledgement from people? Why do I need to brand myself with this path, that community, and tell the world proudly, I belong to this? What gains do you get from that? Apart from boosting the ego, what gains are there? Am I not able to see this simple thing also? Am I so stupid? Am my intellect so dull, mand? I can't see the basics of these things. Is it so difficult that I get caught up so easily in all these things? Even best of people are caught up. Those who promote this only are caught up. Forget the people who follow all that. So difficult. Can't you open your eyes and see? Open your third eye. Awareness practice karo. This will open. You can see all the nonsense. You'll see everything very clearly. And you'll have the courage to even question, what am I doing? Okay, they do their karma. What am I doing? Do I need all these falsities? Do I need all this show of pomp and glory? Do I need to prove it to the world again and again? Do I really need it? Or should I simply mind my own business and get into the real work of what I'm here to do? Even if I'm doing some tapas, do I need to show it to this world? Do I need to show how many hours I sat in meditation in one cave? Do I need to show how deep I was in a spiritual program? Do I need to show what my level is by attending the certificate of this level, that level? And look here, I am the certificate. What are we getting from this? This is all illusions, delusions of the illusions. So who can get deluded? Mandabuddhi. So I should be able to catch all these things and realize this is not for me, boss. Why do I have to put all these brands on my label and show? Whom to show? Whom to project? This is what Nityananda used to tell again and again कि बाहर से हंडिया साफ तो कर ली भीतर से कब करेंगे. Outside you are cleaning the chimney again and cleaning it every single day, having bath, having all clean attires and all that. But inside who's going to clean? Inside it is okay for me because inside nobody sees. The whole world can see because whole world is blind. They don't have the third eye to see. They are seeing through the panchindriyas. People are just seeing through that. And if I'm in the mode of impressing people, I will do everything that catches their panchindriyas. The moment you become aware that sixth indriyas also can be watching you, change happens. Till now, you're only focused on people. Suddenly, you become aware. Oh my God, there are higher beings also, and they are without the panchindriyas. They are watching with the sixth indriya. When my own five indriyas also reduce power and my sixth indriya increases, I realize, oh yeah, everything is so clear. Then the real spirituality begins. That is what I call as authentic spirituality. I am telling you day ones, don't settle for anything other than authentic spirituality. Whoever gives you that, go and catch it. I am not proclaiming or boasting it's here or there. Anywhere, whoever can give you authenticity, go and embrace it. You will also become authentic. If you embrace inauthenticity, you will remain inauthentic. Because the same gunas will transfer to you. However divine you call that, everything looks divine. So this tendency and this capacity to see through things is important. So my first steps only when I move into spirituality, this should be very, very clear. My intensity should be clear. And I'm telling you, who has a clear intensity, who has a pure intensity, pure intention, whole cosmos will guide them. The doors to all the higher beings will open. You don't have to worry. You absolutely don't have to worry about this person, this community, that path. What will happen? Nothing will happen. You know, before all these paths and religion and people came, that cosmic intelligence was there. Catch that which was always there, not which comes and goes. All paths, religions, and traditions and cultures just have come and they will go also. They'll all vanish. They'll come and go. How many paths have come? How many religions have come? Countless. Some don't even have their records anywhere in history. Another 100 years, you see, most of the things will be out of history. Look at some centuries, 15th century, 10th century, 6th century. So many traditions, so many things existed at that time, which was so powerful. But today, namo nishan nahi hai. ऐसा सख्त था महाराज जिनके मुल्कों पे ताराज जिन घर झूलता हाथी ऐसा सख्त था महाराज जिनका मुल्कों पे था राज जिन घर झूलता हाथी such great was the emperor once upon a time with great palaces in the palaces where only great elephants moved. Elephants were like uh, today's luxury cars. Power. It indicated power and wealth, abundance. जिनका मुल्कों पे था राज, they had conquered even the world, like Alexander the Great. ऐसा सख्त था हमारा जिनके मुल्कों पे तारा जिन घर झूलता हाथी जिन घर झूलता हाथी उस घर ना दिया ना बाती. वंस अपॉन अ टाइम जहां पे झूलता था हाथी आज उस घर में ना दिया ना बाती. देयर इज नॉट इवन एक दीपक नहीं हुआ उसके अंदर ना बाती है. ruined. ऐसा सख्त था. दिस इज व्हाट वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट. All these things, इतना सख्त है, वो है, मस्त है, and all that, all comes and goes. You catch the one which never came and will never go, which was always there, like Ramana says. Rest all is false. Anything that comes and goes is temporary. Anything that is temporary is just illusion. Catch that which is permanent, which never had a beginning, never had an end. That is the self. That is only whom you are naming as Shiva. Some name as Allah, some name as Vaheguru, and some name as God, Bhagwan, whatever. And some name as consciousness, like Buddha or Mahavir. Even the atheists name it something in their own language. It's the same thing only. So, all these things, what you see is your catch. When you increase the intensity, you will come to know that all these things, what come and go, are based on ego. All these intention for us to build up a personality, build up a title, build up and belong to this and that, and call yourself this yogi, that yogi. All this is the product of ego, spiritual ego. And what is the use? Everything will go. So if everything is going to go, why are we catching that which is already going, which will go one day? Even this also, what we are doing, so much of alankar and so much of, uh, we have so much of pride in this beauty of ours. उसको इतना मेकअप लगाओ, इतना सजा धजाओ, इतने लोशंस लगाओ, इतने थेरेपी दे दो इसको, इसको और ब्यूटी करो, इसको और ग्लोइंग स्किन करो. द ग्लो, एंड कीप लुकिंग एट योर स्किन अगेन एंड अगेन. सेल्फी पे सेल्फी लेके लुक एट ऑल द ग्लो. चेहरा धो और दो ग्लो. वेट फॉर 10 years, you'll come to know. Just 10 years, हुलिया चेंज हो जाता है. So somewhere, what you today take pride in, that is going to become your suffering tomorrow. Only mand people will do that, who are not getting the point at all. तो ऐसा सख्त था महाराज, जिनके मुल्कों पे ताराज, जिनगर झूलता हाथी, जिनगर झूलता हाथी रे, उस घर दिया ना बाती. मत कर काया को अभिमान, मत कर माया को अहंकार, कायागार से काजी. इस काया पे अहंकार मत करो, इस माया पे अभिमान मत करो, और इस काया पे अभिमान मत करो, उस माया पे अहंकार मत करो. दोनों भी टेम्पररी है. कायागार से काजी. दिस बॉडी इज लाइक द डेलिकेट, जैसा ओस की बूंदे, like the dew drops. It is just dangling there on the tip. Up gaya, it's gone. Kabir song this is. So this kind of an approach, who gets intense, they will have affinity to such things. Those who follow Kabir are that only. तीव्र वाले ही है. Those who follow people like Avaduts, तीव्र, they are no nonsense. They are, and they don't care what comes, what goes, what losses, what profits, and everything. They just want that. They can become good nandis. 24/7, उठते जागते हंसते खेलते रोते हंसते सोते जगते, whatever, whichever situation we are in, only that's in your mind all the time. That is called the tivra, third level of sadhak. So if you are in that zone, everything happens. Then you put little effort, it will happen. You get into this, like we are talking about webinars and why we are doing this same thing, approach. From there you approach these things, you will, I don't know how much of feeling will happen. Just you'll just purify, boom, in one stroke. So if it is little, it will be little half-hearted, mediocre. So mediocre results. And then if you have completely dull and you are just greedy for some benefits, then there will be disappointments. It will not be to that level. It will just stimulate you, entertain you, and then you'll say, okay, chalo, life to chal raha hai na. Something is happening. ठीक है. So from this level, you can see. Any more symptoms I need to add now? Sitting at ease, sitting calm and silent with yourself is a great symptom of being healed. Only those who are completely healed can sit with themselves even for hours together without a single thought or word. Because who talks so much? When there is so much thoughts in the mind only, they can whole day keep talking. Thoughts only are getting translated. In the mind, thoughts are becoming words. You heal those thoughts, and where the thoughts are coming from? Okay, actions or words are coming from thoughts, but where are the thoughts coming from? Thoughts are coming from all these basi, stinking trash cans. All these thoughts. What thoughts are there? Check out the quality of the thoughts. If you had the capacity to just record all your thoughts, you will see 98% crap, useless thoughts. So if they are useless thoughts, once you see they are useless, the question is, Can useful thoughts come out of useless trash? You cannot have positive, you cannot have nice, you cannot have constructive, you cannot have liberating thoughts when you have bonded contents in the trash can. There, at least, we must understand. If this mind is going on with worries and victim zones, there's so much of corpses in that cemetery down there, so much of things to be attended, so many things to be healed. And that's what we are. I sit with these kind of approaches because I know without that release, you cannot easily settle down. I'm not interested in the higher practices. Higher practices will happen. You do not teach that. Teaching ज़्यादा इसमें जाता है. Training goes more in these things because when this is done, that will happen by on its own. थोड़ा आप सुन लो, थोड़ा ये करो, you'll simply fall into it. Level 2 and all, what did we do? See there, sit there. Hours together, people are sitting in blankness. And what did we do? Did we do yoga there? Did we do breath work? Did I make everybody jump up and down? Did we sing songs? Did we dance? What did we do? Did we do worship? Did we do havans? What did we do? There's nothing to do, dear ones. If you are healed, if you are thrown away your burdens, if you are offloaded, you become light. When you are light, you levitate. When you are heavy, you gravitate. You come down. So, if you want to levitate upwards, you have to let go of all that heaviness that you're holding, unwanted trash. Like Ramana said, somebody got into the train with the load on their head, entered the train, but is standing waiting in the train with the load on the head. Array, now you're in the train, keep it down. The train will take it. No, it's my problem. I got to carry it on my head. Carry it. And then you say the journey was too tired. So tired it was. And then you'll start telling this story to everybody. You know, today I got into the train and so much of rush and so much of sweat I had, so much my head, my shoulders were paining, this was paining, that was paining. Why? Oh, because I was standing with the load on my head. They will tell, but why did you get? You'll justify your own things only again. You'll continue with your own story. Listen what I have to say, you know. You don't listen to me. What I am telling is I had neck pain. I had almost a fracture. Look here, it's paining. I'm going to the doctor. Are but tell me, why did you not keep? Are you coming to the doctor or no with me? You're my friend or no? You're going to help me or no? Tell me that. If you help me, take me to the doctor or help me put a band-aid or nurse my wounds, you are my friend. You don't question anything about the train or the luggage. None of your business. This is how we live. Think about it. Think about it. It should trigger. That's why I'm very sternly talking about these things because these things remain very hidden. हमको लगता है कि कुछ नहीं है, बहुत कुछ है. And if it is there, you do it. These are all opportunities. I said, no, we are not going to sit a lifetime doing all these things. Somewhere it has to stop. It will stop only when you do it properly and finish it once and for all. Make use of all these platform things, what we're doing, all these sessions and all that. Let it not go waste. So much of, and it's happening. I'm sure it's happening. That otherwise, why would you stay for so long? Why would you be doing this for years? And I know it's offloading. Slowly it's going. But for I'm talking to those who are saying, how can it be faster? It can be. There's no doubt that healing will not happen. You sit in any of the webinar, not even webinars, the free session also you sit. Lot of offloading will happen. Lot of muck will get cleaned. Lot of healing will take place even without your knowing acknowledgement. That will happen. But if you want to increase the intensity, it is in your hands. Just watch these things. And if you have the seriousness, because those who are serious are keen. See, the secret is that when they become very keen, when they are very intense, nothing, just this, then they will be very keen. They will understand the science. They will go into the depth. They will not be distracted very easily. They are very intense. And that is your power. You cannot miss anything. You will simply get it. So that's upon you. That nobody can change. But if you make a decision based on what we hear now, it's upon you. You can do that. Definitely you can do that. So the intention here on this platform is when we talk about healing, it's not just physical. Physical to blast hota hai. I'm talking about subtle healing. I'm talking about emotional healing, mental healing, psychic healing, your koshas, higher koshas, subtle koshas. Because if they are clean, your body will automatically fall in place. So I never talk about physical healing because physical healing is useless. You go and change something in the physical realms and you heal your physical body. तरंगे तो वही चल रही है ना पुरानी. The old vibration is not an aligned vibration. It is a negative. It is that which creates illness. So if that is not rectified, how many times are you going to do Marampatti? And when will you get this point? Which Janma are you going to understand this? It is not in there. So when we say healing, here I'm talking not about physical healing. I'm talking about all the subtle healings. And that means healing the past completely. You must come to a state where nothing of your past should bother you. Even if some thoughts come of your past, it's like absolutely zero bhava, nirbhava to it. No bhava hi nahi. You look at your past, there is no feeling at all. You're like dumb and numb. You can't understand it. It's like neutral. Sometimes it's like it didn't happen also. You might have to put your head again sharply and think of all the incidents that happened. It's gone. Even the incidents are gone. You can't even relate to it. Sometimes you might feel, हम मिले भी थे? Or was I in that particular situation? Was I in that job also? It is so, you know, cleansed. That is what I mean by healing. It should all evaporate from your life. Because when nothing is remaining only, you're done with it. Otherwise, you have a lot of karmic stuff to do. Karmic ties are there with people, places, and things. If you're still bothered by all these things, then there is karmic connection there. Then you cannot fly away, eject out from the system. You will be brought here again and again. So, how do I know I will not be brought here? Keep just scan through all the people, places, and things in your life. Do you still feel some emotions, plus, minus, good, bad, ugly, thinking about them? Then there is work to do. Heal it. Finish off what that thing is. We will do that tomorrow in depth. Whatever is unresolved, it must be completed from people, places, and things to the deepest levels of your existence. From your mind, from your emotions, from your subtle bodies. There are ways to do it, and you need basic awareness for that. A couple of you, most of you have already done the basics. So it'll be easier because it's with that awareness only you go deeper. So these are all stored in your psychic centers. Please understand, this is all a different, a whole kind of a package. It's not that you do one program, you sit for 5 hours and your life is strange, and after that you become like a shining angel. And it's not like that. It is a continuous process, evolution. But crux, major chunks will keep on flying away. How much percentage of chunk is removed is on you. And then you look at it again and continue the practice, doing it every day. It's not that tomorrow what we learn in the webinar is only for tomorrow. You learn it and tomorrow's healing will happen. But you'll have to keep on doing it and then revisit and revisit and revisit until it's emptied from your system. Even if you do it a month, sincerely, if you want to do it, you will see great amount of chunk gone from your life. But who will bring that intensity? That's upon you. Whether you can bring that intensity and do that with the same kind of power, that's upon you. So that I leave it up to you. When we do these things, you'll see a lot of purging happenings at the emotional level, mental level, even the physical body levels. Many of you say this things happening. Roller coaster. And this is not very, what you call, a goody goody ride. Okay. Spirituality, purging, releasing, it can be uncomfortable. It not be always comfortable. And it's okay. It's okay. I would always say be comfortable with a little bit of uncomfortableness, because that is a temporary uncomfortableness. It is better than being uncomfortable lifelong. At one go, you become uncomfortable, you go through it, you handle it for your own good, so that in the near future you can remain comfortable. It makes more sense than saying, no, it is very uncomfortable, I will not go into it. I prefer to be uncomfortable all my life. I prefer to be restless. I prefer to be in this gloom state, in this victim mode, because it's too much here for me. That's up to you. Or you sit with it and go. So intensity is upon you. You might learn all these methods and you can do it with intensity for a month and clean it, or a couple of months, 5, 6 months and clean it, or you do it once a week, once a month, twice a month. It's all upon you. Okay. The grace working in your life will do that. So that is why I always say, if you have to pray anytime, pray for grace, pray for strength. Don't ask these petty things from life. ये दे दो, वो दे दो. बस करना चाहिए भीख मांगना. Too much of begging we have done. Give me this, give me that. Ask the real thing. Ask for the power to go through all these things. Ask for the grace. Ask for the support. Ask for the strength. That when transformation is going through, be, let your grace be. Give me this much, nothing else. Nothing else is needed. So I'll share a lot of personal tips also tomorrow. Many things in my life which I sit, even if I sit and recollect, I can see a certain how these things if you apply, it becomes very handy. So I was thinking about while I was coming today, just back. Okay, if I can share these things in the webinar tomorrow, it'll be good. You can take all those tips and things. You can sit with the book tomorrow also. Good. Those of whoever is taking the books and taking notes, good, because it's a good habit that you are serious upon it. You want to do something seriously. So you don't want to miss anything. You want to take care of all the points that we are talking about. Okay. If you have any questions, you can ask. Okay, there are some questions here. What is this? It helps to confess the self subconscious truths by writing it on paper. It mirrors the inner reflection. Reflection of inner side. Those what we escape. I use this method. Do whatever. All things are fine. The whole thing is I must heal. Whichever method you can take, take. What I try to share is what all methods have helped me. That I can surely say. Because I told you I'm not reading from a book. I have seen it, it has worked in my life, and then I felt a great urge couple of years back that I must share this. It has helped me and it can help others, and it is helping others. So I'm putting it from there. But else also, you can always take tips from other books and other mentors and things. So there's nothing wrong in that. You take, and the whole thing is, I must become free. I must sit at ease. I must be comfortable with myself. I must have lot of self-love, self-worth, self-acceptance, no self-criticism, no self-judgment, no self-putting down. I must be able to identify all my patterns and conditionings. That's one very important thing. Finally, I would like to say your conditions, patterns, and beliefs, these three things will be the last to go. I'm telling you this very clearly. However, you say, no, I'm working on this, I'll tell you, you will fail when it comes to uploading, uprooting your beliefs and uprooting your conditions. Not very easy. You have been poisoned, you have been programmed. I can prove it to you. Sit just 10 minutes talking and I'll tell you where you are programmed, how you are programmed by life. Full of matrix. What we do today is just replica. We are not our original self. This is all borrowed stuff that we are playing around. Borrowed teachings, borrowed habits, borrowed conditionings. The way of life that we have seen and adapted. We are not genuine. When you see this matrix, it's a horrid thing when you see, oh my God, you'll see this full of duplicacy. You will sometimes feel this is not me only. A bit from here, bit from there, everything. I'm a bit of my father, bit of my brother, sister, bit of my neighbor, bit of my uncles, bit of my grandsons, bit of my governments, bit of my politicians, bit of my medias, bit of my schools and educations, bit of my teachers, bit of my gurus, bit of, bit of all the traditions. Who am I? I'm none of this bullshit. I call it bullshit. Whoever has programmed you, it is bullshit only. You should have the audacity to see that and discard it. When you discard all these things, whatever, however glorious your concepts and beliefs might be, then you know who am I. This is Ashtokra Gita, what I just talked. Rubbishing all the concepts. Ashtavakra Gita also we have. So you'll see all these texts that we are doing, all this is only to help us in becoming free and getting realized. I have something to share with you, but it's not related to today's session. Yesterday I was lying down, but in awareness, my body was extremely hot due to high fever, but full day it didn't affect me. Only physically it did. And when I was lying down in awareness, suddenly I felt like मैं धसती जा रही. Okay. जा रही थी नीचे, then circular way. I went up and I felt the body was still there. I don't know if I was hallucinating or what, or it was just an experience. I felt very liberated and calm after that. You will have plenty of such experiences. Plenty, especially if you are ruminating these teachings and these truths. If you are carrying it 24 by 7 in your awareness, guaranteed you will be affected by it. Undoubtedly. There are many people who send me such experiences. So many experiences that I have stopped reading about it because I tell only one thing to everybody. I just tell Witness. Enjoy that experience, whatever, but don't get carried away with it. Witness, because it is temporary. It is just a sort of purging. It is a sort of, you know, introduction to something else that is there. You are opening up to higher possibilities. You only know the mundane existence, how the world functions, dunyadari, and suddenly you have some experiences which nobody has told you, which you have never heard anywhere. Something unique, because you are becoming original. You'll see something unique things happening to you. See, somebody else had sent me today. Thank you so much again. I just finished yesterday's follow-up session. I want to share that even while going through these recorded sessions, I go to through very deep experiences. They are very difficult to put in words. I just literally went into another place where I saw the most beautiful lush greenery, grass, a tree, and the cleanest water pond. It was not just like a 3D scene, it was more than that. Like in the some movies, when they travel to the same to the past or future, some ripples happen and then they enter. It was the same for me. Then ripples happened on the screen while I entered there. I have been to that place in this lifetime, and I felt it's a sight from my future. All these things are there. You enjoy these things, because your psychic center, when it opens, your third eye, when it opens, you'll start getting many vivid kind of experiences. Stay grounded. Don't fly with it. Don't get carried away. Then don't come and say that I am somebody from Shambhala now, or I am an astral being, or I have been told to do this, or you cannot relate now with the practicality of the earth. Suddenly you become impractical to these things. Then you start behaving like something. Be careful about all that. Be very, very careful. You should not get into that hallucination. Everything happens for a reason. You go through these experiences. Of course, sometimes you might have even glimpses of your future, glimpses of your past lives. These are very common things. It can happen, but I won't stress on all those things. Then your whole agenda will turn into when will I see it? The day you go into when will I see this, when will I see that, you have screwed up your spirituality. Never put your head into that. If it is meant to be shown, it will be shown. If it is not, it is not. Not necessary that everybody has to see it in this way and that way. Some people don't need it, because all this is kachada. This is all trash. Your future is based on your today. So, however you are today, you might see a glimpse of the future, but tomorrow that future will change if you change today. So, can you say that is permanent? You can't say it is permanent. What you see is just a probability based on your today's reality. And today's reality is changing, ever changing. So, ever changing today's reality, ever changing futures. Don't get caught up with all these things. Or you see your past life. I have seen so many of mine. But क्या करना है उसका ढिंडोरा पीट के? What use is it? Trash it is. You will even come to know some people in your own family who are there with you in previous, and why some certain things in this lifetime is happening, because it's a repetition of the past lifetime. Simple. Some other relationships, some other issues, unresolved issues, now they have come in this lifetime as this and that, and now are simply playing their karmic debts. They're trying to get even with you. If you have given something, they will come and take it from you. If you have taken something, they will come and give it to you. If you have given something, they will give it back to you. If you have taken something from them, they will take it from you. Where is victimhood in this? Once you realize this, where is victimhood? Life treated me, my people are treating this way, they are behaving this, where it is? You are getting what you gave. That's all. Once you understand this, you become neutral. But you have to understand that. To understand that, you have to do these practices in depth and become mature. Rise above all these things. petty things. So past lives, you might see something. That sight is shown to you only so that you might take help of it in your current journey. If it is needed, it will be shown to you. If it is not, it will never be shown to you. If it is a trash, if it is of useless use to you, it will not be shown to you. If it is something that can destroy you, it will not be shown to you. Because mand buddhis love seeing sights. They're not ready for anything. Lethargic, most lethargic people, not even ready on the path, but they have lot of deep interest in all these things. And if these people see it by mistake also, they will screw up their current life. They cannot handle it. I've told this many times. Imagine you seeing that your current wife was your maid in last janma, and you see your maid as your past wife. Something like that. Imagine what will happen. Think about it. मंद बुद्धि को क्या हो सकता है? Those who are dull, those who don't know anything about it, they're not serious about anything, what they will do? Chaos. They will never be able to practically handle their current relationships at all. So somebody sees a husband there, past life husband in somebody, they lose their interest in the current relationship. They are now more interested in developing that. Why? Because past का एक कचड़ा आ गया सामने. अब उस कचड़े को लेके अपनी जिंदगी में रखना. This is what it is practically. It's nothing more than this. You are simply getting entangled into more drama and more karmic jungle circuits. So, did that memory of the past, by showing it to you, do justice to you, or did it screw you up? Depends on which state you're. That's why I said, if it is not meant for you, if it is going to cause harm to you, it will never be shown to you. That's the cosmic intelligence. That is why they say, don't go and probe all that. You do know all these programs to see your past life stuff and all that. Don't do it. I have seen many people getting screwed up. I've seen, literally, I'm telling you. There was one lady here in Bangalore who was such a great seeker, and she took her son one day to such program, and that guy suddenly got connected to something, and God knows what he saw. From the next day, he left home. He left his mother and went, and she's crying and weeping. He's gone, and things like that. Who can do anything? Before time, if you get all these things, it's dangerous. So we must not probe it. That is why I never talk about these things. None of the practices I even mention these things. If it when you do these, because it's all psychic practices, I've told this. It's all the third eye practices. Whatever you do in shifting into awareness is all on the buddhi, intellect, and psychic center. Sixth sense, third eye. It opens your third eyes only. And then based on what is right for you, it will be shown. But don't get interested in all that rubbish. I saw light, I saw this dimension, I saw that dimension. It's all crap. Nothing is going to help you in seeing light. How is seeing light going to help you? It will boost your ego only. Some light came, I saw something, I am very superior. You will stay in that superiority. You have to go beyond all that visions. These visions are only like passing clouds. They come in front of you. ये देखा, वो देखा, ये सुना. I heard somebody's voice. Somebody said this. Somebody's giving message. I saw a prophetic dream. I saw a dream about the future. Things like that. Or I visited somebody in the astral, or I somebody who's passed over. How is it going to help you? It's not going to help you. These are all new dramas in the drama. माया के अंदर और एक माया. Are you getting it? This one माया जगत है, माया जगत के अंदर और एक जगत है आपका, मायाई world. I don't know where was that. It was there in Avadut Gita. What I was saying. Yes, it was in Avadut Gita. I was just going through, and that passage came. Not exactly the same words, but in the Avadut Gita, he says all this is this world. What we see is like the Gandharva Loka, the celestial worlds, Indralok, Gandharva Lok. They all exist, but they are as false as this world. देखो, why should we be interested in that? That is why Bhagavan Ramana never talked only a single word about these things. You'll get stuck in it. Yesterday we discussed that. When somebody said, "Oh Ramana, what if Shiva came in front of you and what would you ask?" If Shiva comes and stands in front of you and say, "Ask what you want," what would you say to him? Somebody, a devotee, asked Bhagavan Ramana Maharishi. And he said, "I'll look at Shiva and say, don't fool me. I know you don't exist." This is the meaning of it. Another one devotee, because some new are there, I'm telling. One devotee used to come and say that he became a great guru later. So he used to say so much that I am having visions of Krishna. So he used to feel very superior. Ramana is sitting and then sitting quietly. And then he goes and he says, let him sit. And he goes and he does his connections with Krishna and all that on the hill, Arunachala. Many days he's not there. So one day Ramana sees, he comes and bows and he says, "Oh, where were you?" "I was doing my practice and I was having my visions of whatever." And she was talking about, "I have real visions of Krishna, not just hallucinations, real. We interact." And he talks to me. And Ramana simply said, "Is he there right now?" He looked around, he said, "Not right now." Ramana simply says, "What comes will go. What comes and goes cannot be real. Catch that which never came and never goes. That is a self." It was always there, present. Be aware of that. Become aware of yourself. Other than that, don't be interested in anything. Become the Nandi. What Devi Kalotra is telling, verse 24 or 27, he says, completely become Shunya Bhav, Nirbhav from Patala Loka to Shakti, then only you shall attain me, says Shiva. You're not interested only in anything. Nirbhav, no bhav only at anything. Emotionless, Nischala, blank. Not even the most divine, precious concept of yours will help you to attain Shiva. You're sitting blank and avoiding the self, absolutely nischal, no vikara, enjoying the samadhi, and just imagine one divine concept comes. Guru Mandala word only comes, or Guru comes, or one Ishta comes, or one Yantra comes, or one mantra comes. What will happen? You're disconnected from Shiva. You're thrown out of samadhi. So even your divine concepts cannot help at that zone. That is what we are trying to tell. That is the requirement. Okay? For self-realization, that is the requirement. No other concepts, no other conditioning, no beliefs. Are we ready to heal these things? Is the question. And that will not go with one webinar, these conditions. But that is why we have continuous non-stop sessions where I'm literally bombarding and scrubbing everybody's beliefs and conditions that is so much plastered into you in depth. So मंद वाले भाग जाएंगे, And जो मध्य वाले, they will listen uncomfortable, but they will bear it through. Somehow they will bear it through. And after some time, they will become full ready. When it is all scraped away, then they feel ease, comfortable. Is it okay if you don't see anything? Absolutely okay. I feel it is best you don't see anything. Best. You simply be aware of yourself, your presence. That's all that is needed. Nothing to see, nothing to hear, nothing to smell, nothing to taste, nothing to touch. We must go beyond this panchendriyas. Seeing is still in your panchendriya, beyond your panchendriya, beyond even your sixth indriya. Self is beyond intellect. Huh? See, intellect will help you come close to the self, but intellect cannot give you the self. Intellect cannot. Even the intellect cannot define the self. Atman. It cannot show you the self. It can bring you closer to the self. It can bring you to I amness. Intellect. So we are using Viveka to come to that level, third level. Uske baad, then the intellect also is dropped. What I am telling, Shunya Bhava, there is no intellect also. Even the intellect goes. Do you sit there and keep scanning and becoming aware of this and that? Is this right? Is this wrong? No, that is all thoughts. That's all activity. Activity stops beyond intellect. So it is better if you are not seeing very well and good. Very nice. Any other questions, anybody? Okay. So whoever have signed up for tomorrow, we'll catch up tomorrow. We'll do this intense work. This preparatory I always keep for all the webinars so that we understand what are we going to do. And most of my work is done for the webinar. While we talk, my thing is to prepare you. That is why preparatory. Now you are prepared. Now you understand what webinar is this about. So you have a full-fledged idea about it. And then when you enter into it, you are in that state. So those who have signed up, make sure you're not disturbed at least 5 hours. 5 hours, keep it for yourself. This whole December is going that way. But then what to do? That's what I am also inclined to do. If you are ready to run with me or fly with me, I'm going at that speed this whole December, then January it will settle down. Because intense work you do, purging work, and then simmer down. January will have lesser stuff there. So you can simmer down. Okay. So those who have not yet and want to can still do it till maximum 10 o'clock ke andar kar lo tomorrow. Don't do it after that. Last moment will be difficult for me also, and we'll catch up with the rest. And some details I'll talk tomorrow about the chakras, 7 chakras, basic chakras, because we will need to purge the 7 chakras. We will need to do some work on the 7 chakras so that these things are released. Basically, we are going to deal with karmic debts, clearing debts with people, places, and things. In whichever way, basic three are about releasing them through whatever modalities we can do. That is what we are basically and very strongly trying to get a hold of. And then cleansing the bodies, the different sukshma shariras. There is one sharira which is very powerful. I think that I'll do it in Jan as the etheric body. I had actually put that in this Sundays. Then I said, not now. We'll put it next month. So I brought this program. That is about mastering your etheric body, your prana sharira. Because if that is cleansed to such an extent, it's a very magnetic kind of a field. That magnetic field is very healing. It's a powerful aura. It cleanses your other bodies, especially the physical bodies. It cleanses. So that is the etheric body, that is prana sharira. So there are different modalities to handle that also. So hook or crook, what we are trying to do is simply purify, purge, release, let go, heal, so that we become empty. Okay. So those who have knowledge about chakras, good enough. It will help you deeper. Those who do not have can learn it little more. I'll put it all with the image presentations and all that, and then we understand a little bit, and then we will do a couple of practices. 3, 4 different practices we'll do tomorrow in from different angles, so that we purge and heal. I think nothing else, right? Okay, fine. Then we'll end today's session with a small prayer. Exactly 11. Wow. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadayachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May we all be blessed. May we all evolve. May we all be free. Stay blessed, everyone. Bye.